recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios Brisbane on 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
With 10 years experience and over 500 episodes,
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture.
Want to reach out? Message us on Facebook at ZED Games AU.
This is Zed Games. I am your host Paul, and joining me tonight is my friend Caroline.
Hello!
You're so hyped.
I'm so hyped.
You're hyped and sleepy.
I'm a medium hype and a maximum sleepy.
Maximum sleepy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
You're always sleepy?
Always sleepy.
That will tie in later this episode, but not to give
Well,
anything away.
No.
We're not that kind of people here.
We are mysterious.
Yes, I'm even more so. But before all the mystery is given away, we're actually just going to jump straight into the news because that's the way I like to run things. Yes. Here we go.
This week in gaming news. Whether you're a parent to a child who's obsessed with a blue puppy, or you're an adult with some form of emotional damage, you'll be pleased to know that there is a video game coming out in November based off the cartoon. Outright Games, a UK-based publisher, has officially announced Bluey, the video game, for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox and PC. The game has been developed by Artax Games, with a lot of input from the Ludo Studio, delivering a game that features a new 4-part storyline that can support 4 players, allowing you to play as the entire Healer family. The game will feature the voices from the English cast of the show, and you can expect to see some of your favourite characters, as well as some existing and original music. It promises to be an interactive sandbox adventure with story-driven episodic gameplay. Sony's State of Play. Sony recently had their little showcase, and here is a really quick summary of it. The remake of Resident Evil 4 will get an update with playable Ada Wong and Albert Wesker, along with PSVR 2 support on the way. Avatar fans, the blue people, can experience a whole new part of Pandora, revealing the western frontier in Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. It is to be set between the first and second movies. Phone Stars, the Splatoon-style shooter by Square Enix, will begin a playable open beta from September 29th to October 1st, but only for PS5 players in North America. Tragedy. The second chapter of the Final Fantasy VII Remake project is on its way, and it's bringing back something weirdly nostalgic for older gamers, experiencing a game across 2 discs. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out on 29th February 2024. Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac Games expands out to Brooklyn and Queens, so you can now patrol every single neighborhood, I guess. And Nintendo Direct 2! Wahoo! Tis the season for game announcements and rumors. There's some speculation about what a new Switch would look like, how much it would cost, blah blah blah. In more exciting, tangible Nintendo news, we got to see Princess Peach Showtime, where Princess Peach attempts to save a theater from the Wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch. F-Zero 99 has come to Nintendo Switch Online, allowing you to race against 98 other players. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD will bring spooks in more definition. Mario vs Donkey Kong will have the plumber facing off against the primate yet again. And Detective Pikachu returns in Detective Pikachu Returns. We also got to see the Splatoon 3 Side Order expansion. Another code, Recollection, from the DS and Wii will be coming to the Switch. WarioWare Move It was announced to be released on 3rd November 2023. Exciting times for Nintendo fans. And now for some upcoming games. September 21st brings Days of Doom for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Hellsweeper VR for the PC VR, PSVR 2, Payday 3 for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, Resident Evil 4 Remake Separate Ways DLC for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and PS4, Super Adventure Hand for the PC and Switch, Warhaven for the PC. September 22nd brings Cyber Citizen Shockman 2, A New Menace for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Shuyan Saga for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Slaps and Beans 2 for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch. September 25th brings Project Planet, Earth vs Humanity for PC, Relic Hunter's Legend for the PC, These Doomed Isles for the PC. September 26 brings Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty expansion for the PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X, Mineko's Night Market for the PC and Switch, My Time at Sandrock for the PS5, Xbox Series X and Switch, Paleo Pines for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Truck Driver, The American Dream for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, and September 27 brings Astro Nemo for PC. That's it this week in gaming news.
Thank you, Zara, for that week in gaming news and a long list of games that are coming out. Some, they're mostly things I don't know how much I care about. These Doomed Isles, maybe it's great. I don't know. What do you think, Caroline?
I know nothing about it, but
Truck Driver, the American Dream.
Yeah!
You know, I
sounds fun.
I was a SnowRunners player for a while. I do understand wanting to drive a truck, but I got left behind because everyone else I was playing really liked playing trucks. So I would log on because we were playing it weekly. And
Weekly truck.
Yeah, because it was you could play it multiplayer. It was like driving around this countryside, like taking loads and watch yourself phrasing. And you like someone would get bogged and you go winch them out and stuff. But I was happy with like 2 hours a week or whatever. And I'd log in between hand that each logged like 30 hours each week because I'm like, what is going on? And they're all upgraded. It's like, Paul, where's whatever equipment was required? I don't know what any of that is. I have
hardcore with the truck.
They really did. But yeah, it's in there. And yeah, like I've got friends that not even trucking sims, things like Elite, which is basically space trucking. They just sit there and fly in a straight line for hours. And some people, that's just what they're into.
No, if I wanted to do that, I just go actual driving.
Yes, it's true. I do have a car.
And although it's probably cheaper to just buy a game because petrol.
True. There's some driving you can do in games that we just can't. Like, I'm not really going to go off-road with a giant vehicle in real life.
Oh, but what if you could?
If I could, I'd be a different person.
Yeah.
I'd be the person rich enough that when I get really angry at someone on the road, I can afford to take a little bit of damage to my car. And that's road rage, and we don't support that.
No, we do not. But in video games, yes.
Oh yeah. So Bluey Games coming.
Bluey Games.
And I from the developer, previously done some Peppa Pig games, which were all god awful. So it's a bit of a. I was chatting to my friend who's big at the studio there, and I said, I've got all these people that want to make games. It's like, no one's really approached us. I'm like, what?
Huh?
So hey guys, just go pitch to Ludo. Who knows? Maybe they're franchising out because I'm sure they can do more than this.
Maybe they'll make
because I'm sure this came from more the BBC side.
A Bluey dating simulator.
I mean, they definitely will not approve that.
Not for the children, but for the
for the swinging adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. But funnily enough, they do not have the voice actors for Bluey and Bingo in there.
Oh.
And I believe I'm not confirmed or anything, but I assume that's because I wasn't actually aware. That's still kept secretive who they are. But
you just go and talk to every small child, and if they sound like Bluey or Bingo, then you found them.
I don't know. Need to. I know who they are. Anyway,
So you're listening to Zed Games, is that it?
You're listening to Zed Games.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games.
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 Perfect. Thank you.
it is now time for one of my favorite times of the episode, when I get to talk, because normally I'm so quiet.
Such a quiet person.
Hey, what am I going to review? It could be anything. Could be Guitar Hero, but it's not. But it's pretty close. Hey! Yes. My happy friends, today we're here to talk about the world of music games. They have long left us. We had our guitar heroes, our band heroes, all of our DJ heroes. Oh, DJ heroes, severely underrated. They all came and they left because, peripherals were expensive to make and take up space, and they stopped selling and they bankrupted a few people. But it's back with Trombone Champ. That's right, last year's mega hit Trombone Champ is back
Yeah.
on the Switch. Now, this is why I bring it up today. Trombone Champ was a kind of a meme game, and is. It is a funny game where you play public domain songs on your trombone with a control system which makes it very sloppy. On PC, the main control was playing it with a mouse, and that was fine, and people made their funny videos and everything. Now it's come to the Switch, and it has come to the platform it was made for. With the Switch, you have your small handheld controllers, and by default, it operates by tilting. But you can also, in the Switch controllers, one of them has an IR camera in the bottom of it. You'll know from all of those IR camera games you've played, like 1-2 Switch and...
The running game, I think.
I don't think that use the IR camera.
No?
You can get night vision like apps on the eStore for $1 that just turns it on, and you're like, oh look, this is what it looks like.
Wow.
Yeah. So now it's got a second use because you can hold it in one hand and then do the distance with the other one. And go.
Oh, amazing.
And if you are a psychopath, you can play with the sticks. It is the hardest way to play. It's the least satisfying. But if you're the kind of person that wants to sit in the corner of a party with headphones on, playing very dedicated, quiet trombone game by yourself, then that's your option. You absolute psycho. But what this game is for fun. You pull it out at a party. This is one of the most appropriate things to pull out at a party. And it's extremely simple to get a grasp of, and the game is there. Now, it's not all just... Yeah. The phrasing is terrible tonight. We're just skipping it all. We're skipping it on and moving on. It's got a bunch of features. The aforementioned different control schemes. It has a few settings. If like a kid's playing or someone that's not very dexterous, I mean, all it is tilting and pushing a button, but you can take away the need to push the button.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but that will reduce your scores, because while this is a very silly game, that sounds very silly, it also is still a game. And that's where it works in a party setting. Because, everyone's funny, everyone looks silly, and on the screen there's kind of meme characters sillily playing trombones, but there's still a score.
Ah, yes.
That score is like... in some ways, it's way more variable and way higher skill level than something like Guitar Hero, because it's more analog. You're holding things for a long time. It's got slides and everything, and every little bit of accuracy goes up into that score. So it can start the night as a silly, silly laugh game and end the night with the 3 or 4 people that are a different kind of psychopath, just there obsessively playing Camptown races over and over again, because we've got to get the perfect score on this thing. It's great. There's also a story.
Yes.
And the story...
I have watched people play it online and seen the story.
It's not much. It's really just like starts the game and ends the game, and there's a few things in between where you unlock different stages. But it is just kind of reminiscent of things like Elden Ring. They are having a lot of fun with this game. You unlock different players, different trombones, and different trombone sounds as well. It just makes it up. Now, the difficult thing is, whilst I said I think this is a perfect game for the Switch, it matters who you are. Because the PC has a few variants. So on the Switch, you can do 4 tromboners at once at a party or whatever. And it's portable. Like,
multiplayer.
You just pull it out, easy to go. On the PC, no local multiplayer. No, you can't use the gyro controls and everything. They've spoken about looking, but they don't really sure. Like, it's a lot more fiddling around because it's not a set controllers. And there is a competitive score scene in there as well. But there's also custom stuff, so people make mods for it, and you can bring in different... If you want to play Total Eclipse of the Heart, the only way you're doing it is on PC. That said, I think there is a certain charm to it just being like kind of funky remixes, but still just public domain songs. There's like a cuteness to it, which I think works really well. So yeah, I think it's... If you are one for silliness... And it is definitely silly. I would highly recommend getting into it. Now, I think it's time for us to play some music. And by play some music, I mean play some music. So, Caroline, if you want to set up over there, you might have been wondering why I had an aux cord plugged in this whole episode.
I did not notice. But now
let's
I've caught the brainwave.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this in place.
Oh, audience, I am so excited for this.
I think I loaded up Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
How do I know that song?
I mean, it's just a known song. Okay, now I'm going to turn up another microphone so I can come over to your side of the room. Okay.
Live game
Switch up.
live music.
Now, Caroline,
Live
your controls are simply, you're going to turn your wrist, go up and down, and push that button for tromboning, okay? Okay, my fellow boners, I'm just going to relocate.
He is moving. We can't have dead air.
Hello.
So he is moving.
Thank you for filling that space.
No problem.
Now, maybe if I plug it in.
Do, 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 do. Oh.
How much would you mind? What's going on? And when you're perfect on the note, the controller even vibrates.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. It's saying you're good. You're a good fella. Get good scores in a row. It feels like your chant meter. It's like Guitar Hero all over again. I was like, I could barely hear this at all, but apparently it's only going through one channel. That's our excellent rig here. I'll have to listen back to it on the replay.
I've got my headphones on and I can hear it, and it's terrible.
Oh, beautiful work. And let's see. D, C. Oh, we got a C rank.
That's a pass, baby. We earned 321 toots.
I do love when I win my toots. Okay, so that means we'll call that the end of the review. Oh, happy days. So, yeah, Trombone Champ on Switch and PC. What a game. This is Zed Games. I'm your host, Paul. Joining me here is Caroline.
Hello.
And just as we were preparing from the last very serious segment, I dropped my Switch on the floor, which made us discuss the hardiness of our breakages in the past. And my worst one was I was a camera operator on a film, and I was up in a vertical lift. I was about 12 meters off the ground. And it was, as films do, very boring between takes. So I'm just there playing my original fat DS. No problems whatsoever. 12-meter drop to concrete. Perfectly fine.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you, Nintendo.
Wow. No, I dropped my Switch getting it out of the dock. Fumbled it. Dropped it onto a pedestal fan that was nearby and smashed one of the Joy-Cons with my limited edition Pokemon Switch.
I broke one of the sticks on my Steam Deck 3 days after getting it.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, I'm comfortable opening up equipment and using glue.
Nice. I had to send mine off to get fixed from EV Games.
Anyway, before we get too distracted. Oh, headphone escape.
Yes.
Yeah, they just wish to be free, Caroline. You should let them go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See ya. Time for Paul to talk some more, by which I mean it's time for Caroline to talk.
Whee! I get to talk. I'm talking about video games.
Caroline, doing nothing about something. I'm getting real sleepy.
We're sleepy, you're tired, and I am reviewing Pokemon Sleep because Pokemon wants to monopolize your entire life. It has my waking hours, and now it has my sleeping hours.
For me, all Pokemon games are Pokemon Sleep.
Blah. Anyway, Pokemon Sleep, developed by Select Button and, of course, Niantic Incorporated. Published by the Pokemon Company. It's a single-player game for iOS and Android. You open up the game, you press the button, you put it next to your pillow, and you go to sleep.
Wow!
That's the short version. And long version is you gotta research Snorlax's mysterious ability to attract sleeping Pokemon while it sleeps.
And how do you do that? By sleeping?
Yeah, by sleeping. But also, you have helper Pokemon. You can have up to 5 Pokemon helping you. Each of them have different abilities that will find berries, activate skills, to give the Snorlax some strength.
I'm going to suggest these are all passive abilities considering
Yes.
you're asleep.
Yes. Well, throughout the day, you can open it and check on them and like click them.
And prepare them for the next sleep venture.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, we found some berries while you had the app closed here. And then the Snorlax will eat the berries, and you can also cook meals with the ingredients that you find, and that will make it stronger and therefore fatter.
Could
Well, not
you
really fatter,
could you
bigger.
game it by running it on an emulator on PC and then using a virtual input to play an endless loop of snoring?
It doesn't work with snoring. It actually uses the little, I can't remember what it's called, but it detects motion.
Oh,
Like the wobbly woob.
How much wobblies? I mean, my bed wobbles a lot, but that's because I have dogs all over me. And honestly, I'm honest, not even in the bed half the time because the kids and the dogs and everything kick me out.
And even if you get up, it's not the most accurate thing because I can fully just not be in my bed for a few hours and it'll still think I'm asleep.
Will it diagnose your sleep apnea?
No, it sort of tracks the depth of your sleep. So there's snoozing, dozing, and slumbering.
Does it track those times where you think you're falling and you just have a sudden jolt in bed? Does it know you've got...
I don't think it's that good.
You got dream jolts?
I don't think it's that good.
Now, you
But-
said it was Niantic, so
Yes.
does it have any tie-in with Go?
Nah. Oh, you can use the Pokemon Go Plus instead of your phone. You can link it and put that next to your head instead of your phone.
Okay.
Because it does drain battery.
So
I have mine plugged in the whole time I'm asleep, and you keep it. It doesn't lock. You can't lock the screen. It has to be on. It does darken it, and you place it face down. It also records you. It records loud noises. So if you talk in your sleep, for me, it records the alarms that I have going, and occasionally when my phone falls off my bed, it'll record the thump.
So, okay. Enough of me just straight up belittling it. I can continue that later. So, does it reward good sleep? Does it encourage good sleep?
Yes. You can set a bedtime, and if you go to bed, I think 1.5 hours before and up to half an hour afterwards, you get a bonus, a little item.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a good sleep average, you get a grade. It grades you in sleep.
Now, I generally try to sleep sort of like 2 to 5. If I put those figures in, will it reward me for my good sleeping habits?
Yeah.
Sweet.
The more sleep you get, the more points you get.
It's going to take me. I'm going to have to grind a lot because
Yes. You can sleep up to 2 times a day.
Does narcoleptic microsleeps count? Because that's what I live on.
No, the minimum is 90 minutes. But you can just turn it on, say you're asleep, put it in your bed, and keep on doing stuff, which is what I've done several times already.
So what joy does it... Is this like just a joy of like collecting things? Is it a...
Well, for me, it's a sort of incentive to sleep, because otherwise I'll stay up all night and be very tired. So yeah, it gives me points, and then I can catch the Pokemon that are drawn to Snorlax in his snoozy times.
But is that wanting to catch them, is that enough to motivate to change your sleep patterns, do you think?
Currently, yes. Because I'm trying to get all the EVs and the evolutions, which will take a while because it takes a while to get the candy and the levels needed to level up the Pokemon. It does not have all of the Pokemon in it. That would be so ridiculous.
Why? Why would it be so ridiculous?
Because there's well over 1,000 Pokemon.
But they have them all. They owns them. They makes them.
Yes.
They have the list. It's got an index. I bet they've got a folder called Pokemon Gifts, and it's got a lovely picture of each one, and you can put it on your web ring.
They're probably... It's a 2D game, so it's not actual 3D sprites. They've got...
Yeah, these are gifts. And they're not even animated. They're just... It's not even PNG, so it's not even a nice alpha channel. It's just that hard on or off classic GIF. Come on, Pokemon Company, share the folder. There's definitely a wiki. Maybe we should show Pokemon Company the wiki.
What? Wiki feet? What?
Yeah.
Pokemon Wiki feet?
There's definitely a wiki that has all the Pokemons. We can.
Oh yeah.
We'll tell Pokemon Company about it so they can get them all in their Pokemon Sleep game made by Niantic.
I don't want them to be all the Pokemons because I don't know.
You might have to sleep forever.
Yeah, it's slow enough as it is.
It might force you to sleep every day for the rest of your life.
I don't want that.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I mean, even Crazy Sleep Paul wants to sleep every day of the rest of his life. I mean, not the whole time.
Oh yeah, not the whole time. No. No.
I just eat for a period each day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
It's a bit,
Are we hyped for sleep?
No. Wow. Sleep. Wow.
Close your eyes and pass some time.
Woo. Yeah, it's mid.
Watch out for what's sleep paralysis. Watch out for the sleep paralysis demons.
The sleep paralysis Snorlax.
Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't do much. He'd just lie down. He's pretty lazy.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, this is Zed Games.
Hi.
I'm Paul, and joining me is Caroline.
Hello.
And now we get to wind down for the day.
Time to put on the Pokemon Sleep. And then stick it in a corner and then go off and do things.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna work on PAX things.
Wow.
I got a big Penny Arcade Expo is coming up at the beginning of October. Actually, it's not even called Penny Arcade Expo anymore. It is called PAX Australia down in Melbourne. And they just released the schedule for panels, if you're interested in such things. And may I recommend one, the Trash Enthusiast Society, hosted by me.
Wow.
It's one of our regular yearly panels where we talk about our love of trash and culture and just odd games that come out. So we try to put it, it's on Friday the 6th at 8 p.m. in the Kookaburra Theatre. So if you were down in Melbourne at the time attending PAX, come along and say hi.
Hello.
But it's going to be a big year. I've got two development teams with 3 people. Jonas Kjellberg, who made Paradigm, and he's coming out with his new game, The Dungeon Experience, which features a talking
dungeon?
crab. I've shared many things on the local Discord, and Powerhoof. We've made many games, including Regular Human Basketball and Crawl. They make lots of things. So Barney but anyway, I'm just a huge fanboy, and every year I pester them, and they're all down to be there this year, showing off their wares. So I'll be happy. It's going to be good. Love it. And most of the big players are back. I don't know if Sony and Microsoft are, but Nintendo's definitely back, and a bunch of the publishers are back. Bethesda's back, which I guess means Microsoft is back because Bethesda's Microsoft these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what they've got. They've got like painting and drinking parties you can go to.
Oh, paint and sip.
Yeah. I think they called it Brush and Brew. Yeah, they had like ones for Elder Scrolls and stuff, but they had Hi-Fi Rush, Brush and Brew. I'm like, well, maybe I could go hang out there in the afternoon, have a drink, and
cool.
Yeah, that could be fun. We
need more video game stuff.
Yeah.
In general life.
Yeah.
In real life.
I'd like more. Yeah. Well, we have I think the same weekend there's a event up here that we are going to. What's it? Spring something?
Oh, SpringCon.
SpringCon.
Yeah, we went last year, and are we going again?
Yeah.
And it's tabletop games.
Yeah. PAX is tabletop too. We got it all.
Well, yeah.
We swing both
ways. More local, easier to get to.
It is far cheaper to attend.
Yes, because
as long as you live here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Which I do.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
For
although you had to drive up from New South Wales today to get here.
Yeah. I am very mobile.
With our aforementioned driving abilities.
Brum, brum.
American Truck Simulator.
Yay. Oh, I want to drive a real truck.
Yeah, no. I was going to say I have, and I'm like, nah, I didn't have. It had a pretty normal gearbox. I don't know how to drive anything. Anyway.
I can barely drive anyway, so yeah.
There's a bunch of other things that happened this week and stuff. There was a huge leak of Microsoft documents, which was originally sort of blamed on the court in the whole filings with over the merger lawsuit, but apparently they were just leaked by Microsoft themselves accidentally.
Oh, well done, Microsoft.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff in there. Showed off the new discless Xbox Series X model coming out. Looks like a trash can. I actually quite like it. It's a round cylinder that stands up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no disc, digital only.
Oh.
And they also had titles on there. They had a Fallout 3 remaster. Dishonored 3, good, but I kind of expected. Ghostwire Tokyo 2, hopefully a bit more interesting gameplay-wise than the first one. But the one that stood out to me, which made sense, is Doom Year Zero. So if they're going to do sort of like prequely Doom in the new style, where you're not starting as like the superhuman Doomslayer, that could be a bit of a change, because I don't really know where else there is to go with their current system other than just more. Like bigger and more, whatever. but they've sort of got that whole
bigger
loop
Doom.
and power, like the whole power fantasy style worked out now, and that whole sort of rhythm gameplay concept that they did of just managing all of your resources. So maybe going back and being a little bit squishier at the beginning at least. If that's what that Year Zero means, it could be anything. It's such a generic title.
Yeah.
Could be just a tie-in with the Nine Inch Nails album.
What?
There's a Nine Inch Nails album called Year Zero. My old joke to music people was that I have my favorite Nine Inch Nails album is Year Zero, and I have a mortgage, and it's true, both things.
I was thinking Doom Guy goes back to the time of Jesus.
We do need more. Actually, I wanted to play some songs from a game called Genius versus Antichrist, which I found, but I couldn't get a good hold on the soundtrack, weirdly enough, because it's not exactly mainstream.
Very niche.
Yeah. I did have a good soundtrack to another game called Kung Fu Jesus, but I've spoken to the developer. It was a little bit of a cooker. So I was like, I'm not sure how much I want to interact with you anymore. But I mean, it was all right. Both these projects were very ambitious solo devs. You know, the kind of trash you might find at Penny Experts.
Plug.
Plug. Oh, you got to plug it in. Plug in, baby. Okay. I was just seeing if there's anything else major we missed this week. Just lots of stuff. So much stuff with the Unity. That
dumpster fire. Yeah.
Yeah. If you know, Unity retroactively changed their terms of conditions, so no matter what they do now, no one will ever trust them again.
Nope.
Because that is not something that people like when it comes to contracts.
No.
Yeah, because they're trying to save face. And the truth is, like, they show numbers, and a lot of other people ran the numbers too, because we don't trust them. And some people are better off, but it's just the trust issue. Like, no, you can't. How can you build a business with a company that's just going to change the deal suddenly on you?
Yeah.
Pray I don't alter it any further.
No.
I don't know why I use that accent for that line, but... It's a loose end of the episode.
Loosey goosey.
Is there anything you're looking forward to coming out soon?
No, not really. I can't.
I'm super hyped for Cocoon, which is coming out on the 29th, I think. That's like a bunch of people from Playdead, the Inside team. They spun off, and it's this weird like puzzle adventure game where you're jumping inside worlds, and then moving them around, and like they're balls that you go into, and they hold the world. Like, it looks like a trip, and got really, really good previews. So I'm hyped for that. Nice. That said, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. Goodbye and all that.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, check out our podcast on Spotify.
Or follow us on social media at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.